So right, coming to this question, so root 3 cosec theta plus 2 is equal to 0. So it will become root 3 cosecant theta plus 2. If it goes to that side, it will become minus 2. So that means cosecant theta is equal to minus 2 by root 3. And we know that the reciprocal of cosecant is sine theta. So that will become sine theta is equal to minus root 3 by 2. Because if cosecant is some a by b, then sine theta will be reciprocal of that cosecant theta, so it will become b by a. So in the same way, cosecant theta is equal to minus 2 over root 3, and that makes sine theta is equal to minus root 3 over 2. Now we know that sine theta is equal to minus sine 60, and sine is negative in two quadrants. One is in third quadrant and one is in fourth quadrant. So I can write sine theta as sine, what is the general nature of the angle in third quadrant? It is 180 plus theta. So 180 plus 60. So sine theta is equal to sine 240. So that will makes us the angle theta is equal to 240. Or sine theta is negative also in fourth quadrant. So the nature of angle in fourth quadrant is sine theta is equal to sine 360 minus theta. So even that will give us the angle sine 300. So theta is equal to 240 or 300. So both the answers are correct. Yeah, coming to one more problem. Cos x plus root 2 is equal to minus cos x. So that will become cos x. And I'll try to send the all cos x on one side. So this minus cos x, if it goes to left hand side, it will become plus cos x plus root 2 is equal to 0. So that will become 2 cos x is equal to minus root 2, and cos x is equal to minus root 2 over 2. And I can write 2 as, this 2 I can write it as root 2 times root 2, because root 2 times root 2 is nothing but 2, because it will become root 2 square, and square and root gets cancelled. So 1 root 2 1 root 2 gets cancelled. That means cos x is equal to minus 1 by root 2, and cos x is equal to minus cos 45. And we know that cos is negative in two quadrants in principal angle. One is in second quadrant and one is in third quadrant. Because if you know the mnemonic, all silver teacups, in first quadrant all ratios are positive, in second quadrant sine is positive, and third quadrant tan is positive, and fourth quadrant cos is positive. So cos is negative here. So that means cos is negative in two quadrants. One is in second quadrant. The nature of the angle in second quadrant is 180 minus theta. So I can write cos 45 as cos 180 minus 45. So that will give us minus cos 45. So therefore cos x is equal to cos 135. So cos gets cancelled. X is equal to 135, which I can write it as in terms of radians by multiplying with pi by 180. So that will give us 45 4s are 45 3s are 3 pi by 4, or even cos is negative in third quadrant. So that will make us to write the angle as cos 180 plus 45. So cos x is equal to cos 225. So x is equal to 225. If I want to write in terms of radians, I need to multiply with pi by 180. So again 45 4s are 45 5s are. So that will become 5 pi by 4. So in this way, as I told you earlier, each and every value of the trigonometric equation will have two solutions in principal zone. Now solving this question, 3 cos x is equal to cos x minus 1. So let me write here 3 cos x is equal to cos x minus 1. So I need to send all cos x terms on one side. So that will become 3 cos x minus cos x is equal to minus 1. That means 2 cos x is equal to minus 1. Cos x is equal to minus 1 by 2. And again I'll apply the same rule. Cos x is negative in second and fourth quadrant, and in second quadrant the nature of angle is cos 180 minus theta. So cos 180 plus 60, it is in third quadrant, and also cos x is equal to cos 180 minus 60 in second quadrant. So I'll get two answers. One is cos 240 and one is 120. Yeah. Coming to 22nd question. Secant square theta minus secant theta minus 2 is equal to 0. Uh, to make it more simplified way, since it is a quadratic equation, that means the function secant theta is having the degree 2. So I can take it as some variable t. So let me assume some secant theta. Let me assume some secant theta as some t or some x. Okay, whatever it may be. So that will become t square minus t minus 2 is equal to 0, which reduces to a quadratic equation form. And we know how to solve this quadratic equation. We can solve it by using factorization, or we can solve using the help of calculator. So t square minus t minus 2 is equal to 0, and we have the traditional way of solving this problem by using factorization. Since this problem is in standard form and it is a quadratic equation, the traditional method of solving this problem is by doing factorization. So that will give us a product as 1 into minus 2t square, and I need to write the factors 1 2s are, and here you have to observe the middle number symbol. Middle term symbol is minus, so that symbol is should be for big number and small number will be plus. So I can write t square. Instead of writing minus t, I'll split this middle term into 1t and minus 2t. So that will become t square plus 1t minus 2t minus 2 is equal to 0. So here I can take some t as common multiple, and here I can take minus 2 as common multiple. So it will become t plus 1 into t minus 2. T plus 1 into t minus 2 is equal to 0. That means here I have to back substitute t as secant theta, so that will become secant theta plus 1 is equal to 0, and secant theta minus 2 is equal to 0. That means secant theta is equal to minus 1. If secant theta is minus 1, cos theta will be reciprocal of that, and it will be 1 by minus 1. Even that will also be minus 1. And here secant theta will become 2. If secant theta is 2, then cos theta will become 1 by 2. So for this we'll get two solutions, and for this we'll get two solutions. So here cos theta is equal to minus 1. Cos is negative in second quadrant and third quadrant. And second quadrant, the nature of the angle is 180 minus theta, and third quadrant, the nature of angle is 180 plus theta. Cos 0 is 1, so that will be theta is equal to 180, and here cos 60 is 1 by 2. Cos theta is equal to cos 60, and cos 60 is very similar to cos 360 minus 60, because cos is positive in two quadrants. One is in first quadrant and one is in fourth quadrant. And fourth quadrant, the nature of angle is 360 minus 60 theta. So that will give us the answer as theta is equal to 60 degrees and also 300 degrees. So two answers we can get, and here the answer is 180 degrees. So in this way we can solve this answer. And coming to this equation, it is pretty simple. Almost even it is also a quadratic equation. Let me take sin x as common here. So if I take sin x as common, here I'll be left with the 2 and one more sin x, and here uh, the only term is sin x, and I took sin x as common, so it is sin x times 1 is equal to 0. So that means if product of two numbers is 0, either one of them should be 0. So that means sin x is equal to 0, and 2 sin x plus 1 is equal to 0. So if sin x is 0, that means x is equal to 0 degrees or 180 degrees. And here 2 sin x plus 1 is equal to 0. That means 2 sin x is equal to minus 1, and sin x is equal to minus 1 by 2. That means sin x is equal to minus sin 30, and we know that sin is negative in third quadrant and fourth quadrant. So in third quadrant I can write the nature of angle as 180 plus 30. So sin x will become sin 210 degrees. So sin gets cancelled, x is equal to 210 degrees. Or even in fourth quadrant also the symbol of sin is negative, so I can write it as also sin 360 minus 30. So that will become 330 degrees. So we got some similar type of questions here. Let me do these questions. 2 sine square x plus 3 sine x plus 1, and this is a quadratic equation in trigonometric ratio sine theta. And to make it more simplified way, so I'll substitute sine x as some t. So that will make us this equation very simple. 2t square plus 3t plus 1, and this is reduced to a quadratic equation, and we know how to do factorization of this quadratic equation. And we have a traditional method of doing factorization, that is, first we have to obtain the product of first number and the last number. 2 ones are 2, and we have to write the factors of 2. Then we have to split the middle term, 2t square plus 1t plus 2t plus 1. So I need to take the common variable t, so it will become 2t plus 1, and here also I can take 1 as common, it will become 2t plus 1. So 2t plus 1 into 2t plus 1 is equal to 0. That means 2t is equal to minus 1, t is equal to minus 1 by 2, and here also t is equal to minus 1 by 2, but t is nothing but sin x, so sin x is equal to minus 1 by 2. And again, as I told you, sin x is negative in third and fourth quadrant, and the nature of the angle in third quadrant is sin x is equal to sin 180 plus theta, and sin is 1 by 2 or 30 degrees, so it will become x is equal to 210, or also x is equal to 360 minus 30, that will become 330. So same as we have done in the earlier problem. Now coming to this question, 3 tan cube x is equal to tan x. To solve it, we have to send each and every term on one side. That will become 3 tan cube x minus tan x is equal to 0. I'll take tan x as common. So then I left with the 3 tan square x minus 1 is equal to 0. That means either tan x should be equal to 0, or this entire 3 tan square x minus 1 is equal to 0. That means 3 tan square x is equal to 1. Tan square x is equal to 1 by 3. Tan x is equal to plus or minus 1 by root 3. Let me take the positive value here. Now tan x is equal to 1 by root 3. That means tan should be either 30 degrees, and also tan is positive in one more quadrant, that is third quadrant. So, and the nature of the angle in third quadrant is 180 plus 30. So that will become 180 plus 30. So x is equal to 30, or x is equal to 210 degrees. So both the answers will satisfy the given equation, and in this way we can solve all the problems. Yeah. So that's it. Thank you.